Welcome to Nutz at Night, episode number 82. Why am I acting so excited? I'm not excited.
Yeah,
I'm not going to pretend to be excited.
There's no point.
I'm telling you, that's just so fake. Just be who we are. Okay. Nutz at Night, episode number 82. We do have fun on this show. I actually like this show because throughout the week, me and my co-host Steve D'Amico, we find things that interest us or are weird or quirky or cool or bad or terrible, and we bring them to the show. We try to, add a little color to your life. Like, say you're tech 24/7. You're into tech. You just watch tech shows. You're into tech podcasts. Okay, well, this is a tech network, but this show is kind of like, let's just take a little break from tech and keep it tech centric, but give you a little breathing room. That's what we're doing here, and I do it with help of my co-host Steve D'Amico from StephenDAmico.com. Hey, Steve.
Hey.
How are you doing this fine night?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm a little tired. I'm a little burnt out doing a lot of work, trying to get a lot done.
Good, man. That's good. Good burned out.
I guess.
It's better than being tired just from like eating freaking 1,000 Doritos and just passing out.
Although that does sound like a good idea.
Hey, I was going to give you a real problem here because it looked like behind you that's a MacBook with a Apple computer on the bed, but it's not.
No.
Okay.
I just had a MacBook Pro in the office. When I can tell you what was wrong with it. It had the power button was sinking in, and it was kind of stuck. And when I opened it up, I found that this, your beloved, high quality Macintosh, actually the power button is it's actually held on place with glue.
Okay.
So it's like a little coin on the opposite side. I should have taken a picture of it. I really should have. And around this, it's like a ring where the power button sits in, and if you push too hard on the power button, that ring will actually disconnects. The glue disconnects from the thing, and it just kind of hangs a little bit.
Man, I'm sick of this tilted. I hate a dislike against Mac. I mean, come on. The thing's not made out of plastic, like every PC out there. So you're going to give the power button because some idiot pressed down as hard as he could on the thing and broke it? I mean, come on. Got to give Mac a little more credit than that.
Well, all I just said was that
there was undertones of.
I just referred to it as beloved.
We got the picture. I knew what you were saying.
So to fix it. Oh yeah, this is what I wanted to bring up. Oh my God, to fix it, I used hot glue. I just put some hot glue around it, and then it was good enough. I mean, it's a little messy when you look at it inside, but I mean, hot glue when it partially hardens, it's easy to get off. And this week, everything comes in waves when you're doing repair work. This week has been the hot glue week for me.
Oh, really?
Everything is just break out the hot glue gun and get it fixed. Yeah. A lot of hinges broken off the backs of the LCD panels. Okay, all right. So I put what I do is I take the screw nuts that break off, and I put them back. I sit them back on, and then I use hot glue surrounded with hot glue.
That fixes it, really? You're going to give Apple a hard time for gluing their power button on? And you're fixing, and you had a week of hot gluing, a frenzy of hot gluing this whole week for your fixes.
Oh, it's just hot glue all over the place. I mean, I've probably in like 3 months straight, I might break it out once, But this week it's been just. I think I broke it out I think I did about 6 or 7 jobs with a hot glue gun. I can tell you in a quick what the jobs were. I mean, one, of course, just like I said, the hinges breaking off the back of LCD, the bezel, the back of a laptop, that. And then DC jacks sitting in like a groove, like housing, so flimsy, unbelievable, so flimsy. And what happens is I had an Acer and a Toshiba, and then I had something else. I think I had another system. So I had 3 DC jacks where they come in, and it was none of it was a jack. It was just the jack was punched in, and what I did was just put it right back where it's supposed to be in the groove, kind of like set it up nice, and then just put hot glue all around it. And it sounds bad. Like anybody who hasn't used it, or maybe even tried to clean it up after you've done it, it sounds worse than it really is. If you really just kind of, if you're careful and you kind of pry it and you maybe give it a little bit of warmth, it becomes pretty pliable and easily removed. You know, it's not too bad. It doesn't get as gross as it might seem. And in a lot of cases, using the hot glue and fixing like the jacks and stuff like that is really a great idea, because it really holds the stuff and it holds it intact. And usually you're adding hot glue in the areas of the laptop that don't even get hot at all.
Right.
So it's not going to like disconnect because it got too warm.
I mean, I guess there's a strategic way to use it, but you don't want to use it in a point, you know, a high pressure point. Obviously, you're using it smartly for extra support or to keep something in place that doesn't get a lot of movement.
Yeah, like a jack, you know, things like that. It's just weird that things like that happen. I just every time I'm like, oh my god, I have to use this stupid thing again.
Yeah.
But it's like there's no choice.
I know.
And it's just my wave. I just want viruses. I haven't seen virus jobs in like weeks at this point. I've got I'm loaded up with systems in my office. Tons and tons of stuff has been coming in, and a lot of it's from other techs. So it's not like got some genius marketing scheme going on or something, but it's all just hinges and jacks. It's a lot of smashing, it's breaking and missing keys. And I had one computer that looked like somebody took it, went into the backyard and buried it. Had like a little laptop funeral. And then decided, no, it's not dead. Dug it up and brought it in my office.
Really? It was like, yeah. Seriously, literally?
Yeah, it looked like it was. Yeah, it really did.
That's awesome.
I wanted to take a few pictures of it, but I like to take pictures of some of the work I do. But just this week I'm so slammed that I won't even look for my phone. I'm just like, I gotta get it done.
Right. Yeah, that's the way that business works, man. It comes in waves. It really does.
Yeah, I want viruses. Give me some viruses.
You'll get them. Yeah. I bet.
I miss them. I miss viruses. It's so nice. It'd be so nice to not have to open the system up and like just sit back on a remote or something and just.
I know. You got to have a nice. Got to take things in moderation. You're gonna be sick of viruses after you do 1 million of them in a row.
I guess so.
Let me talk about this one thing. I talked about it in the pre-show for Android App Addicts, but that's not going to be in the recording. So I want to talk about it. The real reason is I wanted to talk about it on this show, but this shirt I'm wearing, it's not a normal shirt, okay? This the graphics over here, when I walk out in the sunlight, these are all become in color. The whole picture is a color picture. And I found this out because I was walking down a place called Channelside in Tampa. It's like right along like the coast where all these the Carnival cruise lines come in. So basically all the people come off the cruise line and go into all these shops, and that whole area of shops is called Channelside. Really nice area. They have the largest bowling pin in the world there. It's one of the nice things they have there.
Well, Steve, I have the largest duck in near my town. So
wooden duck.
It's a big. Giant duck. It's like a building.
Oh, really? You gotta give me a picture of that.
Okay.
But anyway, so I walk in this one shop, and the guy, the clerk, he takes a bag. And he's just talking to me, and while he's doing it, he takes a bag and he puts it over this blue light, and then he shows it. He takes a bag that has no color in it, but a graphic on it. He puts it over this blue light and shows it to me, and it's completely color. And the reason why is I walked in there, I go, this is the brightest store I've ever been in. There was like all these yellows and colors. Everything's just super bright, but all the clothes have no color. They're just like black and white, or one tone to two-tone clothes. And so he starts showing me all this stuff, and basically everything in there, if you walk out in the sunlight, goes from black and white to color. Here, I'll show you. Here's the site. It's called Del Sol, and anything in the place, just freaking t-shirts and different things, you have color when you walk out. So
that's cool.
Yeah, it was really neat. It was unique, and there was no way I wouldn't go down there. I wasn't looking to buy a t-shirt. I mean, I need t-shirts, but I wasn't going down there to buy a t-shirt. But that was so unique that I had to buy one. I think it's really cool. I mean, they had like nail polish, all kinds of stuff that just turns color in sunlight. And then so I buy the t-shirt. He puts it in this clear bag, and I'm about to walk out. He goes, yo, I gotta warn you. He goes, that bag, it's gonna turn pink when you go outside. I'm like, man, you don't have any other colors? He's like, no. So, sure as hell, I walk outside, bling, bright pink.
Oh, that went right in the trash, right?
Nah, I walked around with it. I took it, put it in my car. Because I thought that was cool too, personally. But
you better than me. I would have thrown the bag out. Like,
yeah, but you guys should check it out. It's definitely probably some topic of attention. If somebody notices your shirt and then you walk outside and it's all magically color. It literally takes a second too. As soon as that sunlight hits it, boom, it's all color. Kind of neat stuff.
that's really cool.
Yeah. All right, what do you want to bring to the table, to the show?
I thought this was so cool, and I saw it. This is what's great about the internet. One of my favorite things about the internet is all the different, all these different communities where you can meet people with like-minded goals, like-minded ideas, and things like that. And of course, with these forums and things like that, you really can learn and become expert level. When before, before the internet and computers, what did you have to do? Go to the library and dig through encyclopedias.
Right, exactly.
So, this was it's definitely a little left field, but I think it's really cool. If you want to play that video, it's on Hulu, and it's what it is it's like a little news clip about ABC Nightline did this thing about super couponers. Who I would refer to as coupon freaks, and there's it's a little community of people, and they have different websites and stuff where they in forums and stuff like that, where they actually trade like coupon knowledge and coupon strategies. And like when I first started hearing about this, I was like, oh, come on, whatever, this is kind of stupid. Save like what, 30 cents on bananas or yogurt or something, right?
Bananas.
Well, it turns out these people are actually like filling garages with food and non-perishable things, all sorts of toiletries, all sorts of stuff, and they're completely packing their garages and basements with this stuff, and they're doing it for free.
Really? Because they have coupons?
Because they pay attention to these coupon things, and they clip them from the internet. There's like, it's crazy. You should play it, I guess. I probably can't explain it.
How long is the clip?
Actually, it might be a little long.
Here, I'll play it. See what happens.
You can speed it up, I guess.
I think we got a commercial here first. Yes, your video will resume in 4 seconds. Here we go.
This guy.
The story about a couple of people on a money-saving mission. A pair of bargain hunters who practiced what you might call extreme thrift. Their weapon of choice? Old-fashioned coupons. And man, do they know how to use them. These days, every American family is on a budget looking to stretch every dollar as far as possible. Well, if you follow even some of these tips, you'll be on the road to savings. In fact, you can almost shop for free, as John Donvan now reports.
There is on our planet shopping. And there is bargain shopping. And there is bargain shopping with coupons. But then there is extreme couponing, a kind of shopping so extreme, it's like some other world.
Dishwasher detergent free, mouthwash free, shampoos free, body wash free, razors free, toothpaste free constantly, baby wipes were free, all the little soaps are free.
A world that has its own celebrities, two of whom we went to meet, to learn the secrets of this kind of couponing, to learn why they call it extreme. And
couponing.
Oh, look at this.
Yeah.
At the home of one of our celebrities, 28-year-old Nathan Engels of Villa Hills, Kentucky, the driveway's been dressed up to welcome us with, get in close now, Jell-O boxes. Hundreds of Jell-O boxes. A quantity that echoes all over his garage, where he keeps in astonishing quantities the booty of his extreme couponing ways, the shelves of shampoo, the freezers full of veggies, and the toilet paper. Oh, the toilet paper.
This is your toilet paper supply, and how old? When did you put this together?
Well, the last time I purchased toilet paper at the store was in 2007.
Wow. What did your 3 years of supply of toilet paper cost you?
$30.
Wow.
And Nathan got this stuff, all of it, spending almost no money because his couponing skills, they are so extreme. But let's be gentle with that word.
you know, you watch those hoarder shows and you're like, ugh.
You don't want people to think you're crazy.
Right. I mean, because we're not.
So that is
Yes, you
Nathan,
are.
who runs a website called
Yes.
WeUseCoupons.com. So now our other coupon celeb, and you've caught glimpses of her already, and she is right outside of Chicago.
My name is Jill Cataldo, and I am a super couponer.
Jill teaches coupon classes
There's usually 1 or 2 and sometimes 3 or 4 in your Sunday paper.
and writes a nationally syndicated column, a kind of Dear Abby with coupons.
Our weekly grocery bills right now for our family of 5 are between $40 and $60 a week. And that's everything. Pets, child and diapers, everything.
And your kids are
So
probably
to see how
fat
this
from all the
works
sugar.
and to see who is really best at making coupons go far, we set up a little contest. Who could make $50 go further buying groceries, Jill in Chicagoland or Nathan in Kentucky?
I say Nathan.
And they're off.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you your spending money.
Okay.
20, 40, 10, $50?
Well, here's the money Nightline gave me for the day, so let's go see what we can do.
She set for the year on that.
Jill heads to her favorite store, Jewel Osco. Nathan is
you
a
pause it,
Kroger's
I
guy.
can
He doesn't
I can
waste
speed
any
it up.
time, and already he has a bit of a swagger.
Our plan
Yeah,
is
it
that
goes
this doesn't
long.
really matter. We don't care about the tuna in this instance because we're getting
Where do you
it
want me to
free,
go?
and
You
then
wanna
we're
keep it
actually
going,
gonna
or?
make a little money
Nathan's
on
very
sale, but-
first tip,
up to you.
try and get the manufacturer to pay you to take stuff out of the store.
This load of tuna in the carriage
All right,
is
let me fast forward. I just want to see who wins here.
Nathan shares
It's because I am. While it's on
not going to be $1.07.
this a little more than half, and I'm very
Who's the winner?
Can you give us back?
About $20. So
Wow. So with $50 and a clever calculated combination of coupons, you brought all of this back for $20, $30.
yeah,
Look at that mount.
$30.
Look at that mount.
It retails for about $500.
not
Wow.
bad. And while this may seem like it's just a game, those little pieces of paper are pretty powerful.
All right,
So
well, who won?
They use different strategies. I kind of forget, but
Okay.
she bought kind of more of the stuff that you would buy if you were actually shopping for the week, and he kind of just got everything he could possibly get his hands on
I see.
without actually even spending any money. And in some, one of the parts of it that was skipped over, which is actually kind of cool, was there he used a few strategies where if you add, like if you use like I don't know how you do it. I don't know anything about this. If you triple up on some coupons, they actually will pay you after you for the coupon. So if like I don't know if the item is $2 and you got $1 off, and another $1 off, supposedly you'll get that dollar. In some
Really?
cases.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, I'll tell you what my opinion of this. It takes too much time. It takes too much of my time to put all the coupons together and do all the research to have 100 boxes of Jell-O in my garage. Like, I don't mind buying toilet paper. It lasts perfectly fine to me. I'm not going to take... I could take that time they spend couponing and create another set of laptop repair videos. Okay, so they have 1,000 boxes of Hormel or freaking cans of Hormel chili, and I got cash. Like, you know, it's like...
Yeah.
I don't agree. It's too much time. If that's what they want to do and that's what they enjoy doing that and they feel thrifty, fine. If that floats their boat. But I don't think it's a good strategy.
There's some kind of like halfway. There's got to be some kind of in between point, you know, because those people were completely crazy.
Yeah.
Where they had stuff that, I mean, you know, how many boxes of Jell-O does one person actually will one person need in a how about in a lifetime? I mean, that guy had a garage full of them.
I know.
And shampoo and all that other stuff, and some of it doesn't perish, you know, which is kind of cool. So you know, I don't know. It's just becoming like a little bit of a hoarder thing.
Yeah, I agree.
It's pretty interesting though that you can actually do those kind of things with coupons, you know.
I have heard about that, seen a little bit about it. I never saw anything as extreme as that. That was very cool.
Yeah.
And it could be inspirational for some people who do not agree with me.
I think there's a website called coupons.com. I think that's what it is. Let me see if I can find it here. I think it's for anybody that's interested in this kind of thing. I think coupons.com lets you go. You can go there and you can clip coupons. Yeah, okay, it's coupons.com, and you go there and you can actually like you see all these different coupons available, and you could virtually like quote unquote clip them, and you install like a plugin, and then as you're browsing, you click on the little clip icon, and then you can just keep browsing, clip what you want, and then at the end you hit print with the right plugin installed, and you can print all of them onto I guess a couple different sheets of paper.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that's pretty neat. So I don't know. I mean, especially these times when everybody's stretching money all the time, it's definitely going to be interesting for a lot of people, I think.
Yeah, I for some people that might be the thing to do. For me, I throw up a little in my mouth thinking about doing that.
You're a minimalist at heart. I just I couldn't believe that you can actually do half the things. I always thought of people that clip coupons are people that are saving $5 but spending, $500.
Right.
I mean, the purpose of coupons out there is so that you buy something that you wouldn't normally buy before.
Right. Yeah. These manufacturers are hating these guys, hating them.
Yeah. I guess. I don't know. I don't know if it matters to them.
Well, if everybody was super couponers, then they'd be getting a lot of stuff for free. Companies wouldn't make as much money. Super couponing's bad for the economy, don't you see?
Oh yeah. So not everyone. When you use coupons, the terrorists win.
All right, I have something kind of almost related. Did you hear about this crazy woman in Redford? I'll pull up the site here. A Redford woman has a strange addiction: eating Comet household cleaner. Have you seen her?
Oh, I think so. Wait, no, I think it was something else I saw. It was just like this. Go ahead, I love this.
Well, all the commercials play, and I'll keep talking about it. She likes the way it tastes in her mouth. She freaking eats Comet. Let's see what she says.
My name is Crystal, and I can't stop eating a household cleanser.
A local woman is featured on a TV show that exposes people who battle strange obsessions. She admits she's addicted to eating Comet cleanser. Her addiction destroyed her teeth.
A Royal Oak dentist offered to treat the woman and help restore her confidence.
All right, now give me a break. I paused it. I think I did. These newscasters are being serious about this. Like, this poor woman got addicted to Comet. Like, news? This isn't news? Come on. This is entertaining. It's just crazy.
In tonight's Fox Focus, Bill Gallagher explains how the woman's addiction began.
I had eaten the household cleanser Comet for years and years and years and years. And it had, I guess, eroded the enamel off of my teeth, and then of course started going down to the roots.
Crystal says she was hooked on Comet for nearly 30 years. She ate the cleanser nearly every day. She attributes the strange addiction to a difficult childhood that included physical and sexual abuse.
I thought maybe somehow I was cleaning myself out, that I felt dirty inside.
Crystal's story...
Okay, enough of that. All right, I'm not going to say, if somebody is abused as a child, that's just really bad. That's wrong. I know, and I'm not going to I'm not going to bash her for having a troubled childhood. I didn't even watch that video. I didn't know that's what happened to her. But I just think it's just crazy eating Comet.
Well, are you making a stand against child abuse, Steve?
What?
Are you making a stand against child abuse?
No,
Are you saying that it's just wrong to abuse children?
Yes, I'm saying that.
Okay. All right, so everybody, if you're abusing children, just stop.
No, I actually didn't watch the video. I didn't know that she had. I'm just trying to not make light of the fact. Okay, she was abused. I give her that. That's fine. That's okay. Horrible, but she's still nuts.
Yeah, you know what? I think somebody needs to just tell her to stop doing that.
Yeah, that would be nice, wouldn't it?
Or maybe it might be easier to stop eating Comet if you don't buy it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like the whole drama about the whole thing, just ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
It's fantastically terrible. You know what? It's very entertaining though, watching people eat Comet. Never knew that.
She had a technique down. It reminded me of eating that like those Fun Dips. It reminded me of Fun Dips the way she was eating it. Remember Fun Dips?
Yeah, Fun Dips rule.
Yeah, Fun Dips are awesome. All right, that's enough of my thing here. What do you want to talk about?
You know what I really hate? I hate something that and I know this isn't part of it. I hate when websites they just they have a really good article and then they, for whatever reason, they just destroy it. They just get rid of it, just erase it from the map. I had a great article. It was made by the Register. It was written by the Register Code UK, and it was called Vent Blockers 2, and it was a whole series of crazy pictures of dust-filled PCs, and it was really, at least when I saw it,
Vent Blockers 2. That's awesome.
and it was just so entertaining seeing all. I mean, the article doesn't exist anymore. I cannot bring it to the table. I saved the link when I saw it.
It's not even cached. You know how to Google cache? What's it called? Vent Blockers 2. Let me see if I can pull it up. Vent Blockers 2. What site was it?
I tried the register.co.uk. You know, I never even thought of.
Wait a minute. Here it is, dude. Is this it? Can you see it on your screen there? The A register? Or the register.co.uk. Filthy PCs, the X-rated circus of horrors. That looks like it.
Maybe it is. Or maybe I screwed up somewhere.
I just Googled Vent Blockers 2. Vent Blockers, one word, I think.
Well, good for you, because I tried and I couldn't.
No,
Look, you did it. You did it in no. Well, there was pages. There was like 7, 8, maybe 9 pages. Oh, that's it, man. I don't know how you found it. So look at that one on the bottom. That one really made me upset. Wow, look at that. That's not as bad as the other one though. Oh,
which one? This one here?
The first page. Well, we're on a crazy delay.
Oh, that's right. We're on a delay. You're not getting the stream?
No.
How come?
I didn't do anything. How come? Like, I know.
Are you getting it now?
Yes, it's coming up. Woohoo! Okay, we're talking about some behind-the-scenes stuff, everyone.
Yeah, now you can see it in real time. Yeah, this...
The bottom one.
Damn. Let me look at a couple more here. These are nasty. Okay, just Google Vent Blockers 2. Oh, man. Well, that looks like an PC XT. That is... I don't know how that thing could possibly run. My God. This guy's got a ruler in it. It's like a full inch of dust.
I took a needle nose pliers, and I was pulling strands of dust out of a system yesterday. It's just like it was I actually took out a handful. It was like a baseball in my hand, and I was literally like pretending like it weighed something in front of the same customer. And he thought it was a big game. He thought it was hilarious. he loved it. I think guys think it's great. They just think it's just a whole boatloads of fun when they see tons of dust in their system. Women are completely horrified.
Really?
Yeah, at least that's my experience. Is they look at it and they're just like, "Oh my God, that came from my home."
You know what? I used to have pity on these computers. We're on the smokers page. Computers with just smoke from smokers.
Yeah.
Extreme smokers. These poor little computers just get stuck up. Look at all that gook. Look at that poor thing. Damn, poor little computers. I feel so bad.
Yeah.
All right. Because you know what? You know why I feel bad? These computers are trying. They're trying so hard. You know, that fan's spinning and spinning. It wants to run. It wants to do a good job. I don't like that.
It's like a little dog. He wants to run. He wants to be out and...
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for them too a little bit sometimes, especially the laptops that the teenage. It's usually the girls. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, teenage girls. They're the worst with laptops. The worst.
The boys aren't at least they're not like, I don't know. They're not as destructive. At least.
I think girls use laptops on their bed. I guess, and using a laptop on a bed just sucks up lint.
You know what I think? I think this is what it is. All right, guy, he needs his laptop for illicit reasons and all sorts of different pornographic reasons, whatever, right? But the girls, right? The teenage girls, when their phones ring, their laptop goes flying.
Or maybe they think they could sweet talk somebody into getting them a new one. They don't value it enough.
Oh, I see what you're saying. So like if I jump out of bed and stomp on the screen, then Daddy will buy me a MacBook.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It could be valid.
I'll tell you, Macs are gonna. Chris will love this. Macs, I don't know. Maybe I don't know what's gonna happen with Steve Jobs, and I don't know any of that stuff. And I don't know what the future. I don't know if there's a future of the company or not. But man, right now, every time I see a Mac store, it is packed.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like they're having a 50% off sale.
Yep, it's absolutely true. I know. First time I went in one, every time I've been in one, it's been like that. That's the kind of thing you look at it and you go, I got to buy stock in that company. And you say, I'm foolish if I don't. And then you just watch the stock go up, 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 up. So
I think I know what it is. I think everybody owns a Mac. I think that's what it is. Pretty much everybody does.
What?
If you think about it. Yeah. A Mac product. See, like an Apple product. You know, like not necessarily a laptop.
An
you
Apple
know? We all
product.
think, yeah. Everybody's running around with the iPhones and the
Those
iPads.
They're not Macs.
I know they're Macs, but in a way, you with the store, it doesn't matter. Because when you walk in there, it isn't a store full of MacBooks at all. It's a store full of iPads and
iPhones,
iPhones and this and that and all these other freaking things. I don't even know what. So I was just looking at them going, oh my god. And I don't get them. They don't come in my office. I had a MacBook Pro, but that was from another tech.
I think you don't get them for a couple reasons. Number one, people are inclined to bring it to the Mac store or the Apple store because that just seems like the right thing to do to a Mac user. And second, they're durable machines. You know, you're paying for it, but they're more durable.
Yeah.
I had my white MacBook. It was plastic, and that thing took a beating. Man, you wouldn't believe.
I'll tell you, if there is a big difference between teenage boys and teenage girls. The girls, they especially they are always it's always on the edge of their tongue. They always want to talk about possibly getting a Mac, or I was thinking about getting a Mac. They always say that. They can't afford it. They can't find somebody to actually buy them the Mac because they can't afford it for sure. So they can't figure out how to get their parents to buy it for them.
Right.
But they want one, and they all do, and it seems. But I think it's all out of their price level. I think if they made an affordable Mac, it would just be the most ridiculous thing ever. But they're not gonna, I guess.
You know what? It's been working for them. It's been working. What they're doing now has been working. You don't want to mess with something that's working. Who knows? They might try. I would try. But if you create a cheap product, then you might be lessening your brand. I don't know.
For everybody out there that's annoyed by Mac Talk, you know, this is a non-fanboy for sure. I don't really like them, right? But go into when you're near a mall or whatever the hell it is, or you just happen to be forced there by gunpoint, take a walk around and look for the Mac store if one exists, and just stand in awe as the ridiculousness of the place. Is just like it's like hopping. It was hard to get out of there. Like I was actually thinking maybe if there was a fire we'd all die because there's so many people packed in this one stupid store. And the mall was busy. It wasn't like a weekend where that's what people do, I guess, go to the mall on the weekend or whatever. But no, it was just like a weekday and they were all packed in there.
Yeah, man, I know. It's a sight to behold. Look, I got to read some emails because they've just been piling up, so I'm going to start now, okay?
Sure.
This is from Michael. He says, Steve, this is directed to you, actually. Is there a process for... You did answer him, by the way. Is there a process for disputing false eBay feedback left by buyers? Someone bought a parts repair laptop. Repair laptop I sold thinking it was a working laptop and was upset when it arrived in non-working condition. They asked for a refund, but I refused as the laptop was clearly marked as non-working in the auction. The buyer escalated the problem to eBay asking for a full refund, but eBay sided with me. However, this buyer left me with a negative feedback stating, very bad seller. Be careful with this guy. 15 to ship and took my money. Don't buy. He tries to say that I took 15 days to ship, but this feedback was left only 9 days after the end of the auction. Is there anything I can do? Help me, Steve D. You are my only hope. It's from Michael.
Yeah, this is a problem. It seems to be getting better. I've been bashing eBay for a long time, and I've been hating them for a while. I've always thought that eBay, and still kind of do, that eBay is run by a bunch of idiots. But because everything they've ever done until somewhat recently has been to kind of just take things from the seller and just constantly just the seller has this, we'll just take this back. And they've just been so obsessed with the buyer that all the sellers have been feeling like they've been cut out of the equation. So what happened was, in short, a lot of sellers decided, you know what, I'm not making any money, screw eBay. And there was even this like eBay convention thing, and there was this rolling eBay convention, I think it was a couple of years ago, and just No one showed up. There's YouTube videos of it. It's the most fantastic and shocking thing ever. I mean, like a whole convention hall, like something like what you would expect to be in like the Javits Center, like in here in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
Just booths and booths upon booths in this big like open warehouse, and nothing. It looked like it was 4 a.m. There was just like 1 or 2 stragglers walking around. It looked like the place was closed or was beforehand, but no, anybody could just come in there, and it was all for like sellers that would could learn new ways of in the business and this and that, and nobody gave a crap. Everybody went. It was a massive failure.
Why? Because everybody was so fed up with them, they were just going down the tubes.
They were just fed up with all the BS. I mean, there's tons of things. Part of it was, of course, the fact that as a seller, you cannot leave negative feedback, which is ridiculous because a buyer could absolutely do terrible things to you.
Right.
In this case, this guy has been screwed over. So in short, to go back to what this guy was writing about, he did the right thing. He sold what I think a lot of people listening to me might want to do one of these days is you got a broken laptop, you want to get rid of it, right? Or even a working laptop and you want to get rid of it and you want to sell it on eBay. It's a great idea, especially if it's broken. In my opinion, laptops sell for more than they're worth on eBay. So you put it on eBay and it's and they even have a category of condition where it says non-working, broken, does not work, and damaged unit or whatever it's called. I forget exactly. So it's very clear as to what's going on. You could write a clear description, but it still doesn't matter. The buyer could still mess you over in the end. And this is what happened to this guy. He put up a clearly marked bad laptop, and the guy wanted his money back because I guess he got the broken laptop, realized he's not gonna be able to fix this, and wanted his money back. Well, that's not how that shouldn't be how it works.
Right.
But this is the unfortunate thing. See, this guy, his only mistake, he did everything right, 100%. He clearly listed that it was non-working. He put up for sale, put a nice description, and the guy wanted his money back for one reason, because he couldn't fix it, right? The only mistake he did was that he didn't give him a refund, that he didn't do the return. And that's that's the advice for everyone listening to me. If you're selling on eBay, I don't care what the hell it is, and I don't care what it is or what condition it is or what the situation is, you're going to take a return on it. Otherwise, you're just hurting yourself. It's just that in the right circumstance, everybody should be taking a return on eBay. And clearly for this reason. And this is the only reason why everybody absolutely should. I mean, some people should because it's a good idea, but this is why everybody's pretty much forced to. It's because you'll get negative feedback, and there's nothing you can do about it if you don't accept the return. So all these idiots out there and all these auctions you might see where they go, oh, no returns under any circumstances. I don't care what the deal is. I'm not taking a return. Oh, yeah, yes, you are. Or you're just going to get a negative feedback, which is even worse. So what I wrote to the guy was pretty simple as this. I wrote that the only way after you receive a negative feedback you can have your negative feedback reversed. What you do is you send a feedback revision request. Every seller is issued like 2 or 3 of these. It depends on your feedback score, how many you have, but everybody gets at least a couple, and everybody gets only a couple a year. So what you do is but the feedback request, you can, once you send out the request, if it's ignored, it's still a request and still is taken away from you. So the only way to really take care of this situation is to do the return for the sole reason that they're gonna change the feedback back over.
Right.
And you don't change it from negative to positive. You change it from a negative to nothing. Basically, it just removes the negative. It doesn't become a positive.
Right. Like a neutral.
And it becomes neutral has actually a negative feedback too. It's still a negative against your score.
Okay.
Which is stupid. A neutral is like nothing, really. A true neutral is no feedback whatsoever, and being left for an auction. So the best way to handle something like this, if you're getting a negative feedback, or if you just received a negative feedback, is to say, look, okay, you want to return? What do you want? You want this? You want that? if you can call them on the phone, because you can get a feedback, you can get a request, a contact page for the request. You can get a request and get their personal information. Call them up and say, be really cool and just say, look, if you mail it back, I'll give you a full refund, including the shipping, which is like in this case $15, and then but only if you'll only get this return if you revise this feedback, if you change the outcome of this feedback, and it's a tough pill to swallow. It really, you know, have to figure out how bad this negative feedback is to you, and if it's worth it. In most cases, I think it's worth it to do it, and then and just swallow it and just do it, and that's the only way and they have to agree to it. And I would only send the return if I would only send the money if the feedback was truly changed, because I know that some people, they get, it's almost like a road rage. They get something when something goes wrong and they receive it, or they think they should have gotten it by now, and people just flip out and then they just send negative feedbacks when they shouldn't even get it. I've had people leave me a negative feedback after receiving an item and just going, oh, this is the wrong one. Negative feedback.
Yep. Oh yeah, I know.
Minutes after, it didn't even have anything to do with emailing me or anything like that.
I've gotten attacks on my videos. Same thing. This didn't work. This sucks. I want a refund. I'm like, all right, I'll send you another one. Oh, okay. Well, thanks. Thanks a lot. You know, immediate attitude change. All right. Well, that's good advice, man. You want to end off on that? Anything?
Yeah. Just, you know, I mean, that's really a lot of people are going to feel that it's probably not worth it to do all that to get rid of a negative feedback.
It's good business, though. You're helping your business.
Yes, if it's a business, if it really matters to you, that's really the only thing you can do.
Yeah.
Is just and in a lot of cases you can't do anything about it. Because I've had some people $3 part. I got a negative feedback on it. I'm like, $3? You kidding me? $3?
Oh man!
You're gonna send a negative feedback over $3? I mean, I didn't screw up that bad, and if I've screwed up real bad, I screwed up on $3.
Right.
Let's not get crazy here. So yeah, and there's stuff like that. It goes on all the time. You just gotta be careful.
Great advice. As you guys see, Steve is the freaking eBay king. Hopefully we'll have his knowledge exposed to you in a wider scope at some point.
Yes.
Through some other method. All right. Tony says, in Linux Mint, because this is regarding Monopoly. I remember I was on a Monopoly craze, which kind of fizzed for me. But Tony sent me this. I figured I'd mention it. In Linux Mint, you can in Linux Mint use either Software Manager or Package Manager. Search for GTK Atlantic. It's a network Monopoly game. When you start it, it lists servers. You could start and join a game. You can play against other people. He says, I love Tux Racer. I guess the race car in the Linux GTK Atlantic is a Penguin or something. I got to check it. I did check it out, Tony, but I think it was late at night and there was nobody on the servers. I was the only one there. I actually think there was 2 people and they wouldn't let me in to play. So,
bastards.
I haven't tried in a while, though, but GTK Atlantic is a Monopoly alternative for if you don't want to use Pogo, which I can't stand. Ramba says, hi, I'm a computer repair technician. I would like to upgrade on repair of laptops and fields of replacing... Why did I put this in Nutz at Night? Don't know.
Mislabeled. Misclick.
Sorry, Ramba. All right, we got a bunch of voicemails here. Let me play them.
Okay.
Hey, Steve, it's Adam with Tech SBC calling as you requested to report on my banana situation. I have some that are yellow and ready to eat. I have some that are getting brown, which means they're ready for the banana bread. Okay, just thought I'd let you know. Bye.
So that's a voicemail. You got to listen to a couple episodes ago. Towards the end of the show, my dislike was green bananas. I don't like them because they're not ripe yet, or they're not ready to eat yet, and we got in this whole big thing about it. And so I sent out a request to you guys. Tell me what color bananas you buy. Do you buy yellow or do you buy green or brown? And we've gotten a bunch of emails from that. That was Adam from TechHead. He says the brown ones go into banana bread. Now that's logical. But he also said he has green ones. I still can't understand that. Okay. Next voicemail. I don't even know if this one's about bananas. We'll find out.
Hey, Steve. This is basically for any of your shows. It's a topic that you sometimes talk about or joke about, or people laugh about, a fax machine, saying that it's obsolete, who uses a fax. Well, I can tell you in business, and I deal with several thousand customers of mine, small, medium, and even some larger businesses. that the fax machine is still not dead. You'd be surprised. Some of my customers even struggle using a fax machine, faxing an order to me. They'll put the page in wrong. They'll put it in the opposite way. You'll get a blank page. You would be surprised. You would really be surprised. A lot of these people may or may not have email. However, they have no clue how to, if they had to scan a form and put it into an email or anything like that. They figure that email, they're afraid that everyone's going to hack into their email or it's not really going to work properly. So for them, you'd be surprised on how many people the fax machine is still in use, and especially business, because a lot of bigger businesses, bigger organizations, some of them, their email is like controlled and monitored and all sorts of things, and companies may even have policies that things be faxed through some centralized system. So, the fax machine is not dead.
Now, I'm going to stop it here. We actually played this on Podnuts Daily if you want to hear it. He's got like a couple more minutes of a rant, which I think is pretty cool. I understand fax machines are still around, but whenever I rip on them, it's just because I show my disapproval. I don't like that they exist, but I do recognize they exist.
I think it's well established that they exist and they're gonna keep existing. But the point is, they shouldn't.
Right. He goes on to say in the next voicemail, which I like this. He's like, another thing that bothers me is when people say that they're so computer illiterate and they don't know anything about computers. He's like, it's 2011. Well, he doesn't yell, but 2011. It's not cool to say you're computer illiterate anymore. It's like saying you don't know how to read, or I'm illiterate, and cheering and like laughing about it. I agree with him, man. It's like you gotta start learning this stuff. I mean, people who don't learn this stuff, they might have a valid reason in their mind. They'll be like, I never needed a computer before in the past. Well, my reason is, you need one now. You need one now. So there's no reason not to learn it. And if you don't go bragging about it that you do.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, I don't see how it makes sense that. Okay. I brought up Anthony Bourdain. He has a great take on something very similar. He says that it became really. It's like a same kind of it's like parallel thinking in this way, right? He says that because cooking and not cooking, but chefs and like making really good food is so cool right now. Everybody's going crazy. All these shows, the Top Chefs, and all these freaking shows all over the place.
Rachel Ray.
Yeah, all those things. They're showing food all over the place, how to make it. There's always this and going places, seeing it all. Right. Food became so cool. Chefs became like little rock stars suddenly. Right. But still, people are still don't know how to cook. When is it going to connect to actually people that go where it becomes uncool to say, I don't cook and I don't know how to cook? You know what I mean? It's the same thing with computers. It's how much more popular are computers going to finally get before people are going to finally say, no, it's not cool that you don't know how to use a mouse. It's not cool that you don't have a computer.
I'm actually a little bit introverted now because I can't cook hardly anything.
Yeah. Well, I mean. It's not terrible.
I have to eat. I have other people cook.
But that's fine. It just doesn't make it cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. See, I never thought of it that way. I'm starting to feel it now from the other side of the coin here.
Yeah. I mean, I guess because everybody thought of it as Anthony Bourdain goes into it. It's really I thought it was fascinating, and I think it's a great read for anybody out there. But in his new book, it's called Medium Raw. That's what this is from. He goes into another point where he says that for whatever reason, cooking was like considered like because of home ec classes, right? That home ec classes were like it was where girls went, and then it became like boys go this way and girls learn how to cook, and it became really kind of sexist, and then they abolished that, and then it became like a wrong-headed thing where it's like, oh, if you're a cook, you're like it's like a servant's kind of job, like that's or it's like a girl thing, or if it's for gays or something, and it's just so stupid,
I know, man. I remember home ec. I had to sew pillows, and I made a football, and I had to cook cakes and stuff.
Yes, you're the same generation as me in that aspect. We're a little different in age, but we're the same generation in that where we both went to home ec classes. I went to home ec classes too, and I was like, what am I doing here?
Hey, I was happy I wasn't in math or history. I didn't mind making cakes.
Yes. Yeah, I was happy with
right.
that too. Yeah, I was like, man, I get to go in a room and make something to eat.
Yeah,
Well,
that was awesome. And then after you make your little football, and you sew it all up, you just throw it around and have catches.
Yeah. Yeah, and I never thought sewing would be actually like slightly interesting. I was like, oh, I get to make that thing, and then
I like the end product. I like the end product. I wasn't a big fan of the doingness of it.
Yeah, it wasn't too bad because you could just talk with your friends.
Right. Talk and sew.
But that was just so much cooler than going to freaking math class.
Yes. Yeah. All right. Well, there's Nux voicemail here. I have to say, though, the Google translation on this first line is, and I'll play the voicemail afterwards, but Google translated the first line of this email or voicemail as, well, hello, Podnuts. So it might be the calling about your boy man on the llama.
Whoa.
Your boy man on the llama. Now let's play this voicemail and see what he really said. I love Google translations.
It better have something to do with llamas.
It doesn't.
Well, hello, Podnuts at Night. Calling about your banana dilemma. Very highly technical problem you have here. Well, the problem is if you buy ripe bananas, if you buy a hand of them, which is where they usually sell them with like 8, I think, in a hand, and they're ripe, if you don't eat them fast, they're going to get too ripe, and then you're going to have a problem there, at least in some people's estimation. My solution is when you buy them, buy 2 or 3 that are ripe, and then buy a hand of green ones. Unless you eat rather fast, when your ripe ones are gone, your green ones will be ripe, and then you're saving time because you don't have to run back to the store real quick and buy more bananas. That's the solution. Have a good night. Bye now.
That's brilliant. I never thought of doing that.
Oh, I had a girlfriend. It just sparked a memory. I had a girlfriend who she was very eccentric. In fact, she was on medication. Whatever. She was nuts. But one of the things that she did, which it entertained me, I just watch her do things. Like she would go, "Oh, come on, we're gonna go like shopping," and I would go. I'd like, "All right, let's go," because I would get to see her do crazy things in action. It was great. So one of the things I caught her doing was she would go to the grocery store, and then you know how they have all the bunches of bananas. Well, she would dig, man. I mean, she would dig in those big piles, and then she would rip bananas off the what I guess I call them hands or whatever. She'd rip bananas off them, and then she would have a bunch of loose ones. But she would spend like 15 minutes just trying to get like different levels of ripeness all the way up to green, so that when because she timed it like where she would eat this one, and then the next day that one would be ripe, and then this one, this one. So she would almost have them as days for the week.
That's genius. That's smart.
It's crazy, man. She took 15 minutes to do that.
Yeah,
and
15 minutes is nuts. 15 minutes is nuts.
And she was getting dirty looks from everyone because
she was just like ripping the hell out of these bananas.
And she fought with some old guy because he was trying to pick up a banana, and he was messing up her piles. And I was just sitting there, just sitting back, just watching this chaos just ensue, and I was just loving it because she's just so nuts. And it's just like, and to even argue with somebody over bananas to me is just fantastic, especially if it's a stranger.
That's pretty good, man. That's a good story. All right, let's hear another one here.
Hey, Steve. This is Joseph. I just calling to tell you we always buy green bananas because if you buy 5 in a few days, they'll be ripe to eat. But if you buy 5 yellow ones at the store, then in 5 days, they're too ripe to eat, and you have to end up throwing out. So that's why we buy green bananas. Thanks. Bye.
Well, Joseph, you might think that your logic is sound here, but listen to that last voicemail, and he's got the right idea. Or take a cue from Steve's crazy girlfriend.
Yeah.
But I don't like the fact that if I buy a banana, I can't eat it immediately. I hear what you're saying. I think I'm going to go with the other method, though. But thanks for the input. All right. Next one is actually it's not a banana one. This is from Reliant. It's Kevin in the chat room, or Kevin, who's Reliant in the chat room. He wanted to mention something a couple Podnuts guys have been doing and quite enjoying. They're using a client called TeamSpeak. It allows you to basically talk with voice to other people in the Podnuts community, and they have a little room where you could go into this. Basically, it's like a conference call, and you could just listen, or you could go in and ask questions and talk. And it's technicians helping other technicians out. So Kevin says, "Hey Steve, you could mention this on your shows. It would help us get some traffic. The software client's called TeamSpeak. Fubar Johnny started a server for us Podnuts folks. Here's the credentials needed to log into our voice chat room. You need to set up an account and download the desktop client of TeamSpeak. The address is podnuts.instantts.net. The port is 4160. Use your nickname you signed up on with. At the moment, there's no server password. We encourage Podnuts users to sign up with TeamSpeak and take advantage of the good conversations going on in there. So far, it's been me, Timster, Fubar Johnny, and Mitchman. But we need more people. Come and join us, guys. Thanks, Reliant. I think there's probably been more people joining us since I first read that, Kevin. So thank you for that. I think it's a great idea. All right. Pete says, for Podnuts at Night, I'll tell you what I hate, Steve. I hate Windows XP product keys that have the number 8 and the letter B in them. I'm always getting it wrong when typing in the key as they look exactly the same. It drives me nuts. And he spells nuts with a Z. Cheers from Pete in Australia.
I got a little tip for that one. What I do is I take my phone and I take a picture of the key. And with my Android phone, I take a picture of the key, and then I pick my phone, because it's always in a wacky place, the key and the computer and everything. And then I take the phone and I put it right up next to my face, right underneath the keyboard, and it's just type, nice and nice. And I get to zoom in with the Android phone or an iPhone, whatever. You get to zoom right in on that product key. It's nice and crisp and clear, and it's right next to your keyboard.
I'm so with you on this. I'm trying to actually load up a picture I took the other day.
Oh, you did this?
Oh, I do it all the time now. It's the way to do it. Definitely is the way to do it. Oh, I'm in all videos. Get out of there. Anyway, I do it. I have it on my phone. You take a picture with your phone. You zoom in on that baby. You just, heck, if you have an Evo, you just sit it there with a nice little stand and you point it up at you and you just read the number off. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful thing. Except, I don't know about you, but when I have the flash on, it always blurs out all the letters. You got to do it without the flash. All right. Thank you, Pete, in Australia. This is from Sam. He says, save this for your Nutz at Night show. What's wrong with this picture? This car was parked right in front of my apartment. I got a good laugh when I saw it. Do you see what I mean? From Sam. All right, let me show you the picture now. And let me get a good view of it here and show it to the folks. That's the picture of the car he took in front of his apartment. Not only is it like a piece of crap Mercury, like old and paint coming off, but there's a major out point with this thing. Okay? Take a look at the headlights. Let me do a zoom on this.
What the?
The headlights of this car have those freaking LED lights that you press the button in and it turn like for closets and drawers. Do you ever see those lights for drawers? It's like a little LED light for closets and drawers where you press a little button on it. And it turns like a couple LEDs on it. It's a little circle thing. You guys, you're not watching video. You got to check this out. And those are the guy's headlights. So when he goes to turn his headlights on, he's got to go over to those things and press them in.
That should be on There I Fixed It.
I know. That's exactly what I was thinking. It should be on There I Fixed It.
You're going to have to reply and tell him that he's got to submit it to that site.
Yeah, I will. I did reply, but I didn't tell him that.
For anybody... Oh,
go ahead.
For anybody that hasn't heard us talk about thereifixedit.com, fantastic site of like really botched hack jobs, fixing different things. It's very entertaining.
That's on the I Can Has Cheeseburger network. They are just ridden with ads and commercials. It's like a freaking GoDaddy. It's like going to GoDaddy whenever you go there. It's just freaking bling and commercials and videos and even the Failblog videos. More than half the video now is an ad for Failblog. I mean, I lost interest. Couldn't do it anymore. So if anybody wants to pick up the reins and start a good Failblog type site without commercials or with very little commercials, I think you have a good business ahead of you. They just blew it in my book.
Ad block.
Yeah, I guess. Good point.
Yeah.
They're finding ways around it, though. They actually include the ad in the video. It's part of the video. It sucks.
Oh.
Yeah. All right, Randy says, bananas. Nutz at Night bananas. Buy 2 yellow, 2 light green, 2 dark green. You're set for 3 days. Don't be afraid to pick bananas out of different bunches. That seems to be the way to go, man. You guys are smart. Randy, you're smart. Steve's crazy girlfriend's smart. The caller who rides on a llama, smart. All right. Tony says, this is the term that describes what Google did to Bing. Mount weasels. Mount weasels. Let's read this. He gives me a Wikipedia entry here. This is the last email, by the way, and then we'll do what do you like, what don't you like. Mount weasels is a fictitious entry. They're deliberately incorrect entries or articles in reference works, such as dictionaries, encyclopedias, maps, and directories. Entries in reference works normally originate from a reliable external source, but no such source exists for a fictitious entry. So, Mount weasel is the term for a fictitious entry. Interesting. We learn something every day.
Wow.
Thank you. There's more. If you guys really want to get the whole context of it, you could read why he wrote that. But that was the whole Bing Google thing. Google was putting in fictitious entries into their search engine to kind of get Bing caught in the act of copying them.
You know what? That tactic, that tactic actually, the phone companies used to use that for the phone books. What they do is in the phone books, they had fake numbers and fake names so that you couldn't, as another phone book company, just decide to copy the entire other phone book. Yeah, they knew that.
Mount weasels. Then they were called Mount weasels.
Guess so. I don't know. I just knew that. I don't know how the hell I know that, but I just know that.
That's good. I didn't know that. Fictitious entries, also known as fake entries, Mount weasels, and a word I can't pronounce. That's the slang name for them, I guess. Neat. All right, Steve-O, what don't you like? Or what do you could do what do you like or what don't you like? It's up to you.
Ooh. You know what it's really upsetting me and is loud commercials. I know you're going to jump all over that.
Oh, yeah. They suck. But yeah, I haven't noticed as much lately. Is it still a problem? Because I know there's laws being enacted about it.
Really? Oh, that's great.
Either they're being enacted or there's talks of there's processes being gone through to get something done about it.
It's so frustrating.
Yeah.
Like you're all right, I understand. Okay, I understand. You have some kind of content. You have a company. Your only form is advertising to make money. Fine. I'm okay. I'll sit through commercials. I'm okay with that. But do I need to be blasted by them? Do I need them? Like, it doesn't make me like them more. It repels me. It pisses me off. It makes me want to mute the frickin' commercial or fast forward in TiVo or it makes me mad.
I know.
It takes my attention away from the advertisement or the message. It just frustrates me. It angers me. It's just not right. Also, I shouldn't have to jump for the volume knob every time a commercial break happens.
I'm telling you, it's to you and me. They're not getting the desired effect. I don't have a better opinion of their product, and I'm not going to buy their product because of that. It pisses me off. It gives me a bad idea about them.
Yeah, that and Hulu. I'm got a big pain. Hulu is a real pain in the ass right now because Hulu. If you watch a lot of Hulu like I do, that's my my TV for the shop, and Hulu just plays the same commercials just on a constant basis, and it's the exact same commercials. And when you first hear a commercial, it's like, whatever, right? Or maybe you go, that's slightly funny. But then when you hear it over and over and over again, oh my God.
Yeah. I'm with you, man. I really hate loud commercials. I've hated it for years. I'll hate it again for you.
Hulu needs more commercials. That's also upsetting me too. The repeated commercials.
They need
it's
more.
It's Chinese water torture, those commercials, because it keeps happening.
Yeah, I know.
Over and over and over and
I know.
over again. The same one. Oh man, especially the Chase Ink commercial.
All right.
Sorry.
That's okay. It's a good one. You know what I don't like? I don't like when you go into like a restaurant or a store. Do you ever eat at Moe's? Do you ever go to Moe's? It's like a Mexican. They have burritos and stuff. It's like kind of like Chipotle.
Oh no, I've never been there.
Did you ever go to Cold Stone ice cream?
Well, yeah, Cold Stone.
You know what they say when you want to go into Cold Stone?
What?
Welcome to Cold Stone! And they make this big thing, and you like look around, like, what, are they talking to me? And like everybody's looking at you because you just walked in. It's like, I just wanted to come in and get ice cream, man. I don't want to freaking have a parade about it. Moe's, you walk in, all the employees yell, "Welcome to Moe's!" I'm like, dude, why?
They got to do that all. They got to do that all day long
for every person. Now,
wow.
And so Cold Stone, right? They greeted me when I came in. That's cool. I don't know what they're going for on this, but then But then I paid for it. I got like a milkshake or something. I can't remember. Paid for it with cash. He handed me change. I don't like change. I don't take any change anymore because it's going to scratch my phone if my phone's in my pocket. So I put it in his tip jar. You know what they said? All of them? Tip, tip, hooray!
Oh, no.
Oh, dude. I was almost going to return my ice cream. I looked at him. I go, it wasn't even a big one. And it just really bothered me. You know, and the thing about it is, instead of making these employees, these kids, do things like that are just rote and just, it's management saying, okay, every time somebody does this, we want you to say this. And every time somebody does this, we want you to say this. They're basically training parrots is what I feel like they're doing. And they're not communicating to me. What they really should train them to do is have conversations, acknowledge people, ask, like, pay attention, listen to what they say, reply with the appropriate acknowledgement.
Yes.
Yeah.
They could learn from Hooters waitresses.
What do you mean?
That's what Hooters waitresses do.
What?
They just like talk to you for like hours.
Oh yeah, you're right. You're right.
They all want to be your friend.
Well, they take it a little too far. I'm just talking like, instead of saying being a robot, be a person. You know, show your personality. Say something that is appropriate to what the person said to you. Don't go, I do not compute what you just said, and say something that was programmed by management. See, when you pull up the drive-thru at McDonald's or somewhere, you hear the person say, welcome to McDonald's, have a good day. Like, thank you for coming to McDonald's, it's a great day at McDonald's. Or whatever they're supposed to say. Are you really having a great day? You know, I feel like saying, is your day really going great? Why don't you tell me how you really feel? I'll feel much better about it. That's the thing. I wish they would train them to communicate rather than parrot. I think it would be better for their lives, better for the environment, everything.
You know what? That's the worst then. Not McDonald's or drive-thrus and stuff like that. It's the worst in companies that you call. That's where that's really awful. And you almost said it. It's those when you first call them.
Yeah.
They're automated. First thing they have to say.
Yes.
Like I think Coldwell Banker was something like it's a whole speech they gotta say every time they answer the phone. And because they have to do it every single time, they go, "Welcome to Coldwell Banker Mortgage. Welcome to Coldwell Banker. This is welcome to Coldwell Banker. This is Sarah speaking. This is the home of the such and such mortgage. How can I help you?"
Right.
It's like, holy crap.
Right.
And they have to say it just like that. Okay, how you doing? It's like, oh.
I know, man.
It
works in an adverse way. It's not what they should be doing. It's just communication. Just normal communication. That's what people want. They want to be heard. They want to know they're being paid attention to. All right. Let's get a little more positive here. What do you like?
Oh, what do I like? Oh, you know what? I'm not even prepared here. Oh, you know what? I hope it's gonna be a repeat for some people, but I don't care. Because this has been on my list for a while. I love these freaking things. It's something in Target stores. I think a lot of people have Target stores. Check out. I think this is great for techs with electronics and stuff like that. Check out these things called It's So storage. And here's a link here. I think everybody should check them out because they got a bunch of different things. It's cheap, and they got a lot of tiny little compartments and little doors, and it's like these cheap
You did talk about this on Podnuts.
I talked to it was exactly.
Target, you got them?
Yeah, there it is, and it's really cool. I'll make it quick. It's basically these little compartments. There's little compartments, little cubes. They fit together. They got doors. They got little drawers.
But they're not cheap, dude.
They're like $7.
They are? How come on Target I saw them for like 30? There's $39, $59.
You gotta look.
I see. I see what you're going. Okay, my bad.
Plastic systems.
The plastic systems. I got you.
Yeah, it's cheap, and it doesn't look nice. The plastic ones. I'm talking about. There's a bunch of stuff there, but I'm talking about the plastic.
I see.
You could fit little doors on the plastic. It starts with a plastic cube, right? And then you could fit the cubes together, and then you can add 3 shelves to the cubes.
Yeah, ain't bad. How much do the shelves cost?
I forget, but
here's the shelves. It's a shelf, $5.
Is it really $5? No.
These things are a ripoff.
I mean, I put 2 cubes and like 3. I put 6 shelves. don't remember the bill being that high.
Maybe there's a bulk bargain. This is just on Target. I just looked.
I don't know. I remember coming to bill. It was like 20 something maybe.
And what did you get? 3 shelves?
I got 6 shelves and 2 cubes, something like that.
And what do you put? You put laptops in them and stuff, right?
Yeah, because laptops being obviously not tall when they're closed, and then I wanted shelves that are really close together, like mailboxes in office buildings. So I put the laptops in those because it's like those mailbox stupid systems, and you could really stack a whole bunch of laptops without actually stacking them because they're not touching each other. And there's enough room even on a 17-inch laptop to stick a power cord next to it. Yep, and and you could put other little things in there, like I put like if it needs an LCD panel, I have it, I'll throw it in there or whatever, things like that. Lids and things that need to go with the laptop, I'll put them all together in its own little cubby, and then when I need to get to it, I run over there and grab it, that sort of thing. It's like
cool.
storage.
Yeah.
For me, especially because I have like 100,000 laptops on hand at any moment.
Very cool.
Yeah, I love it. I think they're great. I think everybody should at least look at them. I think they might like them.
Yeah, I'd like to check them out, see the build quality and whatnot.
It's cheap. It's cheap
plastic.
Yeah,
Right.
it's flimsy. It was not flimsy though, which is kind of cool. But it's not something you would want in your living room with people coming over and going, "Hey, nice." No, not at all. You put this in your closet, Yeah, that's what I think it's for. It's for closets and stuff like
Right.
that,
Or computer repair shops.
Yeah, yeah, or computer shops' bathrooms.
I don't even want to know.
I don't pee on them.
All right.
I don't want them either.
All right. You know what I like? I like our youth, because the youth of the world, because they have such a desire and a drive to post whatever they learn on YouTube. Whatever they learned, they want to post it on YouTube. And I've learned so much from our youth. Now, I've created a set of laptop repair videos, and I pride them for being professional, I try to do a good job and make a professional-looking product with professional content and stuff like that. Okay, now, when you learn something from our youth on YouTube, you usually get what you came for, but you get all this other crap. Like, in the middle of a video, like I'm trying to learn how to use Sony Vegas. It's a video editing program. So I Googled Sony Vegas, and YouTubed it. About half of them are made by kids, who found out neat things to do with it. And they're pretty damn good. But in the middle of the video, he'll be like, I just got dinged on Facebook. I'll be right back. Gotta wait a couple seconds. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. It won't happen again. Blah, blah. And then you'll hear like, Bobby, Mom, I'm making a video, Mom. And they're like, I'll be right out. Damn, Mom. And then he gets all mad at his mom. And like that kind of thing. That's the stuff you get. But if you could like work your way around that and tolerate it, these kids are just brilliant, man. I love what they're doing. So professional, maybe an adult. You maybe want to look at an adult product. But if you just want to get some quick and easy information, you can put up with the non-professionalism. These kids, man, they're kicking it on YouTube. I'm really impressed. I learned a lot. I'm learning stuff that I'm putting in my product. So, you get the immaturity, but you still get good stuff. And it's just impressive to watch.
Yeah, it's true. It really is true. You can find all sorts of great stuff on there.
Yeah. Great content along with this. It's funny as hell, some of the stuff that these guys do on film. It just cracks me up. So, thumbs up for our youth. Okay, man. Anything you want to end off on? Where can people find you?
Oh, yeah. You can find me at on Twitter. Best way to find me is on Twitter, SMD Steve. For anybody that has tried to contact me in the past like week or so, I've been just completely out of my mind busy. I mean, like, it's like really stressful and getting really burnt out. It's really pretty wild.
Are you making money?
Kinda, yeah, kinda. I feel like I'm not, but I'm not really paying attention to what I'm making. I'm still going through my QuickBooks, and I'm still kind of getting that system ironed out.
When you say busy, you mean busy with work?
Busy with work, but I do. This is part of my week. Is this? I had I think people like to hear this stuff. I have two techs that do repairs. They don't do advanced laptop repair like I do. So when they get a broken hinge on a laptop, they just shake their heads like, no way. And then they give me a call. And I had both of them call me at the same time, and they had 7 or 8 jobs. Well, 6 jobs, and 2 of them were like who cares? Like, not getting paid much for them because they were just small. And then another one was another 2 jobs I had. It comes and it's like this one won't start. It's just a power supply. I plug in a test power supply, freaking thing fires right up. Now I'm not gonna charge the guy, you know, that kind of stuff. And then some of it I'm spinning my wheels, but I'm getting work at the same time. Right. So I can't really argue, but it's just kind of overwhelming.
Damn. Well, I'm glad you're coping with it.
Yeah, so I've been really kind of out of it for a little while.
Okay. So if you contact Steve, he might not contact you back.
I might, but I will eventually. I promise.
Okay. As for me, I told you guys before, if you want to keep sending them in, I'm looking for the best little bit of a contest. I guess it's the first, not the first. This is a little bit of a Podnuts contest. I'm looking for a way to end off all my shows. I don't like saying see you next time. I say it just because that's the first thing that pops in my mind most of the time. So send me some taglines at the end. I know some of you guys did. I got to dig through my emails. I'll read the whole bunch of them when I get them. So far, the best one I found was, this podcast will now self-destruct. I think that's a great ending line. So whoever sent me that, I think it was Victor. That's a good one. That's leading the list right now. So send me some ending lines. If you want to email the show, you can send us a mail at podnuts.com. If you want to send us a voicemail like these other fine guys who helped us with my banana dilemma, you could call 7076-PODNUT and just on a regular phone. That'll get you into the voicemail. Leave us a message, and then we'll play that on the show as well. Thanks, everybody, for watching, listening, streaming. For now, I'll see you next time.